Hey guys, Mike here, welcome back to another video on the channel. I know what you're thinking, one camping video and he's back in the workshop already. That's owning a Jeep for you. But the Jeep's fine as far as I know, although if it isn't, it will probably let me know on the next camping trip when we're like 100 kilometers out in the forest. But I'm in between trips anyway, and I had some cool stuff come in. And if you remember, I made these Gullwing windows a while back with the rear window delete on the XJ. And the boxes from the fabricators finally came back, the aluminium boxes just in the back there, so you can see that I've got my recovery gear in this side. And this box is complete, although what I would say is the latches on the Gullwings aren't the final latches. I'd actually like the latches to be, you know, ones that you could pull and they lock shut like that, and that way I don't really need to worry about having all this stuff strapped in, and the latch can then just close and then I can use specific bits of gear like it is at the moment. This could open if you're on an incline and you're recovering yourself, and then the rest of the kit you weren't using at the time can drop out. So there's still a few things to do, but you know, it's progress like all of this stuff when you're building a vehicle like this. But on the inside you can see it doesn't stick out too far. I had this made to be 100mm deep, and to do the template of the shape of the window I just took the old window out, drew around it and added 100mm flaps at the side and at the top and everything, like a cardboard box. And then the chap just cut it out and bent it for me. And I just got him to put a little lip at the bottom so it clips in under here in between the metal sheet out on the outside and this piece of plastic, so it keeps the bottom in place really solid. And the top's just held in by a couple of sheet metal screws going into the box channel there just below the roof. So it's held in real simply. I've put a little bit of weather stripping there, but that isn't to be water resistant because the Gullwing has a weather strip on it. That's just to sort of tidy it up a bit and to take away any slight gaps that I've got, make it look a bit cleaner. But the only thing it does do is push the seatbelt mount out a little bit more. It still functions perfectly fine, it's still bolted in, it's just bending it out a little bit. And hopefully, I think that'll be absolutely fine, to be honest with you. And it still seems to retract past the aluminium here, which is good because I thought it would jam and you'd have to feed it through every time, you know. It's trial and error, but let's have a look at the other side. So this is the other side, and you can see things a little bit cleaner now, a little bit clearer, so pretty easy shape. Quite a strange shape actually, all these measurements are totally different, so if you're going to do it, it's easier just to draw around the window. This is 100mm, as I said, and I put a 2mm lip at the bottom, or the fabricator did anyway, I asked him to, which makes it a lot easier for just clicking in place. But the top is where I've had to do a little bit of modding because of, you know, the hinges on mine, so I've had to sort of, I mean, it looks crap, I know, but you're not going to see it, and you don't see it from the underneath and the inside either actually, because I haven't gone all the way through. But I've had to put some lines in, bend the aluminium in, you know, basically cut gaps for the hinges and you know, do that kind of thing. I mean, if you're going to do it from fresh, you know, and take a different approach to it, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, but this is just the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to get this fitted now, but God knows what I'm going to put on this side. Probably just like my cheese collection. Putting it in doesn't seem to be much of a problem, but then it never is. You just have to like take the plastic off the inside and sort of just move this into position. I don't have any weather strip though for this side, unfortunately, which sucks, but it's not that hard to put on after. You just take the 2 sheet metal screws out, lever it back, put the weather strip on and pull it forward again and screw it back in place. So this hopefully will work after my obscene modifications. Yeah, maybe. Is that it? So you can see why I use the weather strip on the inside, like the U-channel rubber stuff, because I didn't make this curve here. And you could just do that when you get it made, but I couldn't be bothered. I found it's easier to keep things simple really when I get the fabricators to do stuff for me, because then they're more likely to want to do it, because it's not a commercial place where you go and get stuff made a lot of the time. It's more like a big production factory for certain things. So, you know, when I go in, they have to like beg and, you know, I've got to do whatever it takes, you know what I mean? But anyway, some U-channel will make that look good if I can find some, but I'm just going to get it screwed into the top now and then it's in place. There we are. That's it. Clang, 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 clang as you're driving along. Shouldn't be too bad. What I will do though is I'll cut a strip of this rubber mat and pack it down there. It just takes a bit of the noise out. That's it. Let's see if it locks, because that's the key. That one did. Felt a bit gritty. There we are. So they're locked. Cool. It worked. Those two aluminium boxes weigh roughly around together anyway, about 6.8 kilos. So it's quite a lot of weight really to put on the vehicle. I'm always mindful about just adding more and more stuff to the vehicle. When I put something on, I always like to think about what that can replace if it's a better idea and take stuff off. So this was the old recovery bag. Can have a look at what that weighs. And that's 3.5 kilos, believe it or not, with the screws or the bolts and things inside. So 3.5 kilos. I'm going to get rid of the work lamp and magnet. Wow, that's a kilo. Kind of amazing really. Well, not really. And this thing here is the board that went on top of the upper cargo rack there. This is really heavy. This weighs more than the cargo rack. So I'm going to weigh this. I want to replace this with something much smaller. Whoa, and this is very heavy. This is 6 kilograms. So I'm really good at math, and I don't know what that is, but some of you probably will. But I've taken weight off the vehicle, a decent amount of weight in stuff that's just, you know, kind of rubbish, and I've put something more useful on. So I just need to find a new topper for this. Anything will probably do, just a piece of plywood, you know, 1 centimetre or 10mm plywood. I think will be a lot lighter than that piece of MDF with plastic and metal on it. So yeah, I mean, this entire system here, this and this, it's around 35 kilos off the top of my head. It's pretty damn good considering, and it's kept the vehicle quite modular. So once this comes off, you know, you can just use it like an SUV. But in all honesty, it doesn't take up that much space. And even when I've had suitcases in, they can just go on there and on there, and you know, you just kind of use it. You just work around the space. So that's kind of it really for the storage now on the vehicle. I'm pretty satisfied with how it's all come out, and you know, I don't really know where to go from here apart from put it on a weight loss program in the winter with, you know, this bumper and this bar work, maybe get this made of aluminium. And I was going to see whether I could you know, get a few more bits and pieces kind of lightened on it. But ultimately, once you start decking Jeeps out like this, Cherokees with frame stiffeners and box rockers and sliders and all that bullshit, it's very difficult to keep the weight down. And re-gearing, which I did, you know, not long ago, actually brought a ton of fuel economy back to the vehicle. I think I do 1 in 11 now, which, you know, is around 30 miles per gallon, which is pretty damn impressive for, you know, a vehicle around the 2-ton mark, all decked out on 35-inch tyres in a high lift. You know, I guess it's as good as it's going to get, but with the change in fuel prices, it does really get you thinking. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick one from me in the garage, doing a little bit before the next trip. And I'll see you again in another one. If you've got any suggestions about weight loss, not for me, you know, of course, but weight gain for me, probably. But yeah, about the vehicle or any ideas with this topper on here and what I can put in that side of the Gullwing, you know, I'm all open to suggestions always. You know, I'm no expert, and I just kind of thumb my way through it all. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care.